What if I told you your daily routine is fucking up your finances? It might be the reason you're not rich or as rich as you want to be. It might also be the reason you're not having a spiritual awakening, or it could be the reason you're not fully inspired and engaged in life. You might be fucking yourself over with your daily routine. Well, let's break it down. Have a seat. As always, get your journal, get a pen. I'm going to hand you over some lessons. I understand this beyond comprehension. Let me tell you, I started my first company in 1998. I am in my mid 40s. I'm middle-aged now, super awesome, whatever. But I understand the journey and the struggle of navigating being in divine purpose or being an entrepreneur in the world. I am now in a position where I have 3 global companies, love my fucking life, and I get to help people go from get this. I just want to have 10K months. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you thinking so small? Like, absolutely not. But I get it. It's stepping stones. We're going to get you there. Your daily routine is likely the reason, or one of the biggest reasons, why you are not arriving in the seat that you desire to arrive in. So I want you to look at it like this. We are energetic beings. We are multidimensional energetic beings. We are energy, frequency that vibrates, okay? Phase 1. Phase 2. Money and time are currency. They're not frequency. They are man-made structures. And what you do in currency drastically alters what your frequency is, what your energy is, what your vibration is. You've all heard of the law of attraction, okay? There's 12 universal laws. People are so obsessed with the law of attraction, and that's the one that you don't even need to pay attention to. You're fucking yourself over just with that. The law of vibration, your energy, how your energy vibrates, the law of attraction is responding to. So let's look at your routine. If you're all up in the spiritual woo-woo shit, awesome, not my jam, but you can do that. If you're doing your gratitude journals, if you're reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, if you're doing all of the things, trying to figure out how do I get myself in the right mindset, you're wasting your currency, altering your vibration. You're wasting it. You're wasting it. You do not need a gratitude journal, I promise you. I have been a spiritual advisor for 20 something years. I understand that world, but I'm not doing it the fluffy way. You do not need a gratitude journal. You do not need a fucking vision board. It does nothing. You are wasting your currency. Money and time are equal. How are you using them? Are you using them for self-awareness? Or are you doing these bullshit things and trying to build something and being all rah, fake about it? Or are you actually building? Your daily routine is responsible for how you energetically move through this life. It absolutely is. And most of you are fucking lazy. Most of you want to point the finger at, I can't because, or I won't because. You probably do not have balance. I have yet to meet someone that has sat in front of me as a student and had full balance. If you do, then you're already making 7+ figures. You're already living the life of your dream, and you know how to create it. You know how to grow it. You know how to do it the easy way, and that's awesome. Then I'm not for you. You're already there. Let's just celebrate together. Put it in the comments. I will absolutely celebrate you. But if you're not living that life, like myself and most of my students, then you're holding yourself back by wasting your currency. So what do I mean by this? What I mean by this is you have 4 corners, okay? You've got 4 corners in your life. You've got your physical, you've got your mental, you've got your emotional corner, and you've got your spiritual corner, your isness, your heart, we'll call it your heart-centered space. Most people are not balancing all 4 corners. So that table's going to turn over. That's going to fall over, and you're not going to arrive in your highest possible outcome, your 5-star life, the be all end all that you want to be. You've got to figure out a way that you are giving to all 4 corners. You've got to be taking care of all 4 corners. So a couple of mantras of like, I am powerful, and looking in the mirror when you're brushing your teeth and being like, it's going to be a great day. It's a start. Okay, we're making progress, but that's not the real work. If you're sitting there and strategizing and working on your marketing plan and busting your ass, that's awesome, but you're not working on your table's gonna fall over. It's absolutely gonna tip. You've got to figure out all 4 corners. You can have it all, and you can absolutely have it all the easy way. You do not have to do this the hard way. I did another video on that. You can go check it out. But here, I want you to start looking at, how are you holding yourself back? How are you managing your day so your day doesn't manage you? That's my motto. That's how I live. I manage my entire day so that my day does not manage me. And it's easier said than done when you get the hang of it, but at first you're going to be super uncomfortable and you might not be brave enough to do it. Let me break it down. Ready? I literally live a 5 to 9 life before I do my 9 to whenever I'm done. I get up, I am disciplined because I am going to have my goals and I'm going to have everything. I have everything. I have my fucking dream life. Literally, I'm living in a 7-bedroom fucking mansion. I've got everything that I want. I have plane tickets more than I have anything. Like, I love my fucking life. I get to travel. I have luxury. I have the love of my life. I have a healed relationship with my family. I have incredible grown adult children. I've got a dog and a cat and I love them so much. Like, I literally couldn't ask for anything more. But will I? Oh, 100% I will. I will not stop. I will keep going. I will keep blazing a trail to show you that you can actually do it too. But what I want you to do is figure out, where am I going? How am I scheduling my life? So it gets uncomfortable in the beginning. You're going to be super uncomfortable when you start scheduling your life so that your life doesn't schedule you, because you got to use fucking boundaries. That's step 1. You got to use boundaries. Everything is in my calendar. First boundary, the boundary between this crazy ass anxiety ridden brain of mine and my heart, my desire. I have a massive boundary going on. So when anxiety comes through and I experience it, it's a hell fucking no, I'm not doing that. I catch it, I recognize it, and I go, what are you afraid of? And then I set myself straight and I go back into my heart. I become heart-centered. Second boundary, the people in my fucking life, including my students. My students would do anything to have full access to me. You don't get that unless you're in one of my school communities. You can have me there, but not full access, let me fucking tell you. I have boundaries. My boundaries look like with my family, with myself, with my students. There's boundaries across the board. I put everything in my calendar, from my workout. Every single day I work out. We're going to talk about our 4 corners in a minute. Do my workout. I cook my own fucking healthy breakfast and eat it while sitting at the counter with a cup of coffee. I read something for my brain every day. I grow my brain every day. I take care of all of my needs before I go into my day. And the rule with my family is my time. You don't get me. You don't have access to me. Well, they don't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning because most people are lazy anyway. You don't have access to me. You have access to me in the scheduled time slots. Every single evening, I'm cooking dinner with you. I'm having a family dinner with you at the dinner table, and we are going to go into family time or partner time, depending on what our children are doing. We have balance because I have fucking boundaries. And if they need to interrupt me, unless it's an emergency, I'm not available. I'm working. I am busting my ass. I am loving my fucking life. I am creating empires that are global. You do not have access to me until this timeline. It's a harsh boundary. You can do that. You can have that boundary. You can absolutely set that boundary with your family, and you will be far more successful if you do. Set it for yourself as well. Are you taking care of the 4 corners? Let's go into that. So we're going to start with your physical. What are you doing for your physical body? Are you actually dedicated to it? Are you dedicated to talking to it? Are you dedicated to admiring it? Are you dedicated to moving it? Are you dedicated to owning it? Confidence comes when you master these 4 corners. What are you doing for your physical body? Because it requires movement. You cannot sit in a chair or a car or at a computer all day long and expect your body to keep up. You cannot talk smack to your body and expect your body to love you back. It's its own energy. It's its own corner. What are you doing for your physical corner? You've got to do something. It's called self-discipline. Get it done. Then you've got your mental body. Are you desk scrolling looking for dopamine on TikTok or Instagram? Are you endlessly shopping on Amazon like I used to? I used to be a shopaholic. Oh my God. Not anymore, thank God, but I do love shopping. But what are you doing? What are you doing for that body? What are you doing for your mental body? Is it growing? Is it learning? Is it expanding? You've got to discipline yourself and take care of that body. Every single morning, I read something that makes my brain work. Every single morning. I'm neurotically obsessed with science. Like, I am such a science nerd. I have studied it. I have studied physics. I have studied the quantum entanglement. I have string theory. Like, this is my jam. I'm such a loser, but it is. But because of that, I was able to write a full book on how to use the Power 369 in your own personal life to actually arrive in your highest timeline. So fucking welcome that I'm a nerd, because it's a fucking great book. So there's that. So what are you doing for your mental body? You don't have to be extra like I am, but you've got to be doing something for it. So read something, study something, watch a documentary instead of fucking TikTok. Like, do something and let go of the falsified dopamine. Find ways to really fuel yourself. So there's that. What are you doing for your emotional body? Your emotional body is responsible for the way your energy radiates into the world, just so you know. So if you are not taking care of your emotional body, you're not going to be well received. You might be because you're a big shot or you're making the money or an entrepreneur, but you won't truthfully, authentically be received. And you certainly won't sustain love if you're not taking care of your emotional body. This is where I see entrepreneurs fuck up the most. Absolutely fuck up the most. They don't check in with their emotional body. What is your emotional body? It's you when you were younger. Any version of you from when you were younger. Are you taking care? Are you being everything that they required? You've got to be the pillar of strength for that kid. You've got to be the pillar of strength for that teenager or young adult that's in you. It's your emotional corner. If you're not taking care of your emotional corner, you're going to lose something and it's not going to be fun. Do not do it the hard way like I did. I lost everything by the time I was 30. And I had to rebuild all over again because I didn't understand the four corners. Now, fucking unstoppable. You can't stop me. You won't stop me, and I won't stop. I have everything. I'm so fucking blessed, and I have perfect balance. It's easy. It's easy, you guys. I wish that someone would have sat me down when I was in my 30s and said, bitch, listen, it actually is meant to be easy. You can have all of it, everything that you want when you learn these balancing points. I didn't understand to the point of having a full breakdown. I ended up with fucking cancer twice within 3 years, which is super fucking awesome, and had to go through that whole journey of healing myself and understanding. I literally do things the hard way. It's part of my mission, so you don't have to. I've learned that now, so now I don't have to do it the hard way. I get to share with you the shortcuts, but it's all about, are you actually being vulnerable with yourself? Like, are you doing it? I see so many 20-somethings. I work with a lot of students, and I see so many 20-something-year-olds, so talented, beautiful, raw, amazing talent, so fucking intelligent, so driven, so successful. And it's like, whoa, it's amazing. But then when I sit and I talk with them and I work with them, it's like, oh, I'm addicted to my job, like, because I love it. It's my passion. Oh shit, you're lying to yourself. You have no fucking idea. You have no fucking idea. Let your big sister over here tell you this. You don't know. If you're not taking care of that emotional body, you're gonna burn out, babe. You're gonna burn out so hard and you're gonna fucking crash and you're gonna lose a lot. Don't do that. Take care of that corner. That looks like self-compassion. It looks like self-vulnerability. It looks like doing the work. I know the journey so well. I have so much support for you. There's school communities that I'm in that I can help you with. There is programs on our website. We have a program called the Ascension Mastery Program, which will rip you apart in half a fucking heartbeat and change your whole life in 8 weeks. Completely change your life in 8 weeks and give you the tools to master your four corners. Diamond.com, go check it out. The last corner, okay? So we've got the physical, we've got the mental, we've got the emotional. Please, for the love of God, take care of the emotional corner. Now it's your spiritual corner. This is your heart. Are you heart-centered? Okay? There's a huge difference between passion and excitement and overdriven because you think you're not going to make it. And it's a fine line that people get confused all the time, but it is night and day. If you are driven because you love money the way I love money, if you're driven because you want the things and you want the lifestyle, if you're driven because there's nothing I love more than first-class plane tickets that I get to surprise my husband with. It is the best. I fucking love it. His face lights up every single time like he's never done it before. It's amazing. If you're driven like me and you want these things, that's amazing. But you've got to come back into, am I doing this from a heart-centered space, or am I getting neurotically obsessed with people out there who are like, this is the way to do it? I don't play by the rules. I will not follow anyone's marketing plan. Fuck that shit. I come right from my inspired action because my inspired action comes from my heart. It's just who I am. I am so heart-centered. I am fully authentic, and I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me because I know what I'm capable of, and I have the evidence of it. When you hold that level of self-honor, you are unshakable. You become completely unshakable, and the highest possible energy that you could ever be is fully authentic. It's the actual highest vibration. It is the most attractive quality in any human is full authenticity. But most people are trying too hard to be somebody, to be special, to be successful. They're trying too hard to attain it all and not realizing that you already are everything. And when you master your four corners, you attract in with ease because you're leading from your heart, you're leading from your truth, you're leading from your compass. The other part of this that people don't get, if you don't give your brain the opportunity to be used, okay, so you're using it for marketing, you're using it for coming up with all these things, you're using it for drive, okay, awesome. But if you're not actually fueling it, feeding your mental body, okay, then it can't digest the next thing that wants to move through you. When we move through life, when we become an intentional creator, a master manifester, if you will, which is what we are over here, when you arrive there, your heart space, this authentic self, is going to move through that mental body, and it's going to say, fucking pay attention, because this is what we're doing next. And you will conceive marketing ideas. You will conceive program ideas. You will conceive exactly what needs to go there, the next piece of content that's going to blow you out of the water. But if your brain is not being used to expand, how does this move through it and conceptualize it? Read. Fucking use your brain, watch a documentary, get inspired. And the most crazy things are going to happen when you do this. When you combine these four corners, you are going to have alignment with the little things that set off a string of lights. I'm not kidding you. You will have this one little thing. It'll be an infomercial or a fucking movie or a quote or a book that you'll see it and you'll go, oh my God, boom. And it will light up an entire path for you of everything that is your next stepping stone. And it's the ideas, the concepts, the things that you're going to bring to the world, or how you're going to find the lever, or how you're going to develop that family, or the house that you desire. All of these things are sitting here, hanging, low-hanging fruit. And if you're not using your four corners and you're not using them, you can't connect the dots. So it's so important to take care of those four corners. If you don't take care of those four corners and you don't manage your day, your schedule, your lack of filling these spots in, your lack of not giving these things to yourself is the reason you are not rich. It is the reason you're not inspired. It is the reason you're not having the best sex of your life. It is the reason that you do not have the confidence that you want. It is the reason that you are holding yourself back. So, schedule your day. Take care of those four corners. Make sure that you subscribe. I want to see it in the comments. What are you going to do for your four corners? I want to celebrate you. So get it up in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you over at school.